Good evening. Children, do not be afraid. I am not Rod Blagojevich. I am Alan, and I have just woken up, so that is why my hair is as such. Today I will show you an item that was just donated to me not long ago from a friend of my mother's from work, who was very kind. He had something to get off his hands, and I will show you this right now. Ooh yeah, baby, check that out. 128 megs of RAM. Windows 98, second edition. Only the finest. This is a sketch I made while we're working retail one night, and a friend of mine, Sebastian Brooks, was kind enough to scan it a long time ago, around the time when we used to use Windows 98, and now it's my desktop wallpaper. Oh yeah. Well, you're probably asking right now, what are the earbuds for? Well, let me get to that right now, because I'll explain what I'll be using this laptop for. You see, Windows XP does not use my old MIDI music composition program, and Windows 98 does, as it turns out. So let me show you that right now. This is MIDIsoft Studio. What we're going to do is we're going to open, going to new, because this is the song that I started yesterday, and it goes a little something like this. Well, that's what I have so far, of course. That's not it. So, I thought instead of just working on it today, why don't I just make a video about it and show you some of the things that it does? Because I guarantee you don't know many people who compose like this. I guarantee you. So, first off, I'd like to say that there really isn't anything you cannot do with this program. As far as music composition, you could set any note to any velocity. You could set it to any strength of volume. Any note. You could set the clef, you could set the key, you can set it to triplets, you could set it to 30-second notes, down to 64th notes, which you rarely need to use, but you can if you want to. It's just you kind of have to trick it a little bit sometimes. Like to do triplets, for you music people, you have to go into 3/4 and do 3 or 6 eighth notes, and then put it into 4/4, so then the triplets turn into go into the 4/4 time, so it stretches. You see what I'm talking about? That's probably over the head of most of you, but it's kind of silly with crap like that, but that's the way you do it, and it works, and I use it a lot. I do that fairly often, and whatever, you get used to it. And once you master this stuff, like I've been doing this since I was, I think, 15 years old, when my friend from high school, Will Paredes, introduced me to this and handed it to me on floppy disk, and ever since, you know, it's kind of been a staple to my music composition. So let's show you a little bit of me at work, huh? Well, let's say I'm not too satisfied with the way that the drums are played. They're a little flat to me. We want to have some nuance to them. Let's see, we're gonna set this to the bass that comes in just a little bit softer, 85 out of 100. It could go up to 127, which is obscene. But yeah, every little tiny thing you can set. Make the snare drum a little softer as well, not too soft. Let's see, oh, that was 85 before, right? Whatever, I guess 90, 85 would be fine, but whatever. We want to make the hi-hats soft, definitely. You know, I find going softer than louder is often the better way to go. Let's say 70. And if I wanted to, if I set everything just so here, and I wanted to cut and paste, say, weep, make everything red, and then that Control C, boop, it makes a little Elmer's glue bottle. Beep, 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 beep. I could put that there if I wanted to. Whoop. Or I could go whoop. Oops, didn't want to do that. So, what are we going to do today? Let's put some background in it. Yeah. Okay, for background, how about strings? I might not keep it, but for this documentary's sake, I'm gonna put strings. As you can see here, this piano right and left, that's the way I like to do it. You know, it breaks up the two parts, right and left hand. Drums you could put on any track, or anyone you could put on any track really, and then bass guitar. And track 5 will be strings. So we go down here to the mixer, find track 5. You have a whole array of general MIDI instruments. I think the audience will like strings better. But the very important part is to label it so I don't mistake it for something else. So there's that. Alright, let's do this again and hit OK. And it kept it that time. Now when I select this whole thing to go out, it pops this up. Legato generally does it. It is the best sounding. Tie last note is something I do every now and then when I need it. You know, it ties the last note. So, close that. I know where to open that if I need it. And let's just do some open strings. So, whole note. And it doesn't play when you put it down, so you kind of have to know what you're doing. This is generally blah 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 blah. I'm not going to go too technical about this, so it does actually play, my bad. But you're not hearing it because I don't have it set to this. Because I have to hear it to do it. But when I press down a note, it plays it. Let's do 9s, or whatever, 7. So E and D. So, yuck. That sounded horrible. But anyway, you get the idea. And I'm just going to go do 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 through there. And then finally the last product. And a 1, and a 2, and a